What makes a safety document trustworthy when regulators, prescribers, and patients may act on every line? In drug safety writing, accuracy comes first, then completeness, then clarity. This overview follows the main document types: where safety content sits, how key texts are structured, and what keeps writing inspection ready. Medical writing in drug safety supports decisions about medicines. It produces regulatory submissions, safety documents, scientific publications, and patient-facing material. Each has a different reader and register, but most follow a guideline template, require traceability for every statement, and sit within a version, approved, inspected, and archived audit trail. The individual case safety report narrative turns coded fields into a readable clinical story. Its aim is to let an assessor follow the case without opening the database. A valid case first needs an identifiable reporter, an identifiable patient, a suspect medicinal product, and a suspect adverse reaction. The standard flow is patient details and relevant history, then the suspect drug and dates, then event onset and course, treatment and investigations, outcome and causality. Write in the past tense and in chronological order. Use complete sentences, avoid unclear abbreviations, and keep focus on whether the drug could have caused the event and what else might explain it. A weak narrative can hide the clinical meaning of a case. Abbreviations and shorthand may be ambiguous and unsafe for translation. Missing dates prevent assessment of time to onset, de-challenge, or re-challenge. While missing age, sex, indication, history, concomitant medicines, seriousness, and reasoning for causality leave the assessor without the context needed to judge the case. The improved narrative adds dates, demographics, indication, dose, concomitant medicines, outcome, and the reason the case is serious. It also records withdrawal of the suspect drug, a positive de-challenge, and whose causality assessment is being reported. Those details turn a vague report into a clinical sequence an assessor can follow and evaluate. Aggregate safety documents. Step back from one case and ask what the full dataset shows over a defined interval. This landscape includes the Periodic Benefit Risk Evaluation Report, the Development Safety Update Report, the Risk Management Plan, and Signal Evaluation Reports. Their common failure is data dumping, because the value lies in interpretation rather than tables alone. The Periodic Benefit Risk Evaluation Report format is defined by ICHE2, C Revision 2, and used for the Periodic Safety Update Report under GVP Module 7. It covers authorized products across a reporting period. The report has 20 numbered sections, beginning with front matter before Section 1 and ending with conclusions, actions, and appendices. Sections 1 to 6 set the scene with approval status, safety actions, changes to reference safety information, estimated exposure, and summary tabulations. Sections 7 to 14 present evidence from trials, studies, literature, non-clinical data, other reports, lack of efficacy, and late-breaking information. Sections 15 to 18 interpret signals, risks, benefits, and integrated benefit risk, and Section 19 should stand alone clearly. The Development Safety Update Report is defined by ICHE2F and serves as the annual safety report during clinical development. Its reporting period runs to the anniversary of the development international birth date, and submission is due no later than 60 calendar days after the data lock point. It includes ongoing and completed trials, cumulative exposure, line listings, summary tabulations, and an overall safety assessment. The European Union Risk Management Plan has 7 parts, and follows a set template under GVP Module 5. Its safety specification names important identified risks, important potential risks, and missing information. And each entry must be justified in writing. A signal evaluation report records the source, case series, evidence for and against, the conclusion reached, and the action taken. Benefit-risk writing works best when benefit is stated in the same terms as risk. That means population, magnitude, certainty, and clinical importance. Instead of relying on a formulaic conclusion, the writing should show why the conclusion follows. And it should address the counter-argument an assessor might raise rather than leaving it unstated. The Common Technical Document has 5 modules, and the Electronic Common Technical Document is its electronic form for major regulatory submission. Module 1 contains region-specific administrative material, while Modules 2 to 5 are harmonized. Module 2 holds summaries and overviews, and Module 5 contains the individual clinical study reports. ICH M4E Revision 2 defines the efficacy sections in Module 2. Section 2.5 is the clinical overview, with Section 2.5.5 covering the overview of safety, and Section 2.5.6 giving benefits and risks conclusions. Section 2.7 is the clinical summary, and Section 2.7.4 is the summary of clinical safety. ICH E3 sets the structure and content of clinical study reports in 16 numbered sections. The safety evaluation covers extent of exposure, adverse events, deaths and other serious events, laboratory findings, vital signs, and safety conclusions. The protocol states what will be done. The study report records what was done. Spirit supports protocol content, and the investigator brochure gives the current safety picture and reference safety information. Section 4.8 has a defined structure, a summary of the safety profile, a tabulated list of adverse reactions, descriptions of selected adverse reactions, and special populations. The summary of product characteristics is the legal statement of what is known about a medicine for prescribers, and the patient leaflet mirrors it for patients. The table must also name its safety database. Adverse reactions in Section 4.8 are presented by MedDraw System organ class. Within each class, they are ranked by frequency and then by decreasing seriousness within each frequency band. Very common means 1 in 10 or more. Common means 1 in 100 up to 1 in 10. Uncommon means 1 in 1,000 up to 1 in 100. Rare means 1 in 10,000 up to 1 in 1,000. Very rare is below 1 in 10,000. And not known is used when frequency cannot be estimated. Patient-facing safety text must be accessible, not merely accurate. Participants are entitled to an accessible summary of trial results, and good lay summary practice targets readers from about 12 years of age upwards. Plain language replaces technical terms with familiar words, turns passive wording into active wording, and breaks one long sentence into shorter sentences. Package leaflets must be user-tested. 90% of at least 20 participants should be able to find the information, and 90% of those should understand it and act on it. This shows that patient-facing writing is judged not only by correctness, but by whether people can use it. The Equator Network maintains a searchable library of around 700 reporting guidelines and related toolkits. Consort 2025 supports reporting of randomized trials. Strobe covers cohort, case control, and cross-sectional studies. And Prisma 2020 gives a checklist for systematic reviews and meta-analyses. The ICMJE authorship criteria require all 4 elements of substantial contribution. drafting or critical revision, final approval, and accountability for the whole work. Good Publication Practice 2022 gives current guidance for company-sponsored biomedical research, and professional medical writing support is legitimate when the writer's role and funding source are disclosed. Quality control also matters, with style guides, version numbering, track changes, document history, named approval, and checks against source tables, references, cross-references, terminology, and templates. Strong drug safety writing follows fixed structures, shows traceable evidence, and keeps the reader's decision in view. You have seen how case narratives, aggregate reports, common technical document sections, patient-facing texts, reporting guidelines, and quality control fit together. The result is writing that can stand up to assessment because it is accurate, complete, clear, and accountable.